everyone, it's Pajama Life with our review of Wicked, Skeleton Crew, and Nutcrackers.
Welcome, new students, to Shiz University, Miss Alphabet.
You're green.
I am. You can room with Miss Galinda.
Please, everyone take your seats. In today's Oz, a real sorcerer who possesses true magic has become all too rare.
Absolutely remarkable.
How did you do it?
I don't know. I've never known.
You're the one the wizard has been waiting for.
Galinda?
Ew. I know. It's my granny's. I'd give it away, but I don't hate anyone that much.
Hey.
This wicked witch
Don't be afraid.
It's the wizard who should be afraid of me.
Hey everybody, it's Pajama with Pajama Life. And these guys are also with me. And David, move your head up so we can see your beautiful face. Yay!
Well,
All
a little
right.
bit up.
Say-
It's definitely
say hey
a
to the
hat
people.
hair Saturday.
Patrick, say hey to the people.
Hey everybody, happy Saturday to you, even without any hair to have hat hair.
Yeah. Well, we're getting started with one of the biggest movies on the planet, Wicked. Hey, David, let me know what you think.
Well, I have to say, this story takes there was a book, then a play, and now we've got the film of this going back to the 90s. It really takes a classic story and turns the point of view, puts a new spin on it. And you can't see the original movie quite the same after you see this and think about context. But wonderful acting, great cast. It's a fun story. I do believe, from my understanding, it stays true to the book. And while we don't have a full story, I mean, we do have a bit of a cliffhanger. There's going to be another piece to this. I think it is a wonderful film to start off your holiday movie-going experience. So big thumbs up here.
Pat, you're a big musical fan. What did you think?
Well, I remember reading the book when it first came out, and I thought that was a wonderful, as Dave said, everything's relative, yes, when you tell the story, winners always tell the best story about themselves, and the losers are always evil and terrible and what have you. So, and this does bring up some interesting questions about whether you were born evil or if you have evil thrust upon you, as they say, to paraphrase greatness, as it were. I enjoyed it a lot. I mean, it was good. I mean, and I do enjoy musicals. I thought some of it was a little over the top, but it's a musical. Musicals are always over the top. People don't just burst into song walking around the streets. So it should be a little bit over the top. And I did enjoy it. And I thought the casting was pretty spot on. Jeff Goldblum is playing Jeff Goldblum again. Surprise. This is what they do. They design movies around him, I'm pretty sure now, because he's just such an interesting character by himself, just himself. So they just say, "Oh, let's put a costume on him and put him on here. He'll be perfect." So so that's what they did with the Wiz. He's Jeff Goldblum just wearing wizard clothes. So perfect. I did enjoy it a lot. So I would recommend this to people if you like that kind of thing. Musicals. If you don't like musicals, this is not going to be for you, because this is a musical. So just accept that and move on. So. But other than that, it was really well done.
Okay. So
here we go.
Here we go.
Enjoyed it, but I have issues.
We know.
It brings up issues for me because I kind of just wish they hadn't put a black actress in it. I mean, because it is another layer when you put in an African-American actress in this, because you're talking about skin color. That has resonated with us. you're talking about being different and outcast in these things. You talk about bullying because of your color. And maybe that was intended in the book. But it just bothered me in some way. So I did not like the characters around her, and I kind of was like, and particularly after the denial of election for a black woman for president, I kind of was like, why is she doing all this? Just learn your magic and, stop trying to help people who not trying to help you. So it's a little conflicting for me. Maybe other people won't have that reaction to it. But it just kind of now, is it beautiful? Yes. Are the songs iconic? Definitely. And is it something everybody should go see? Yes. 100 times yes. But it just got me to thinking about other things. And the original, if you catch it in one of the songs, the original women, Kristen Chenoweth and Idina Menzel, sing a song in the movie, and it was
Wonderful
great
cameo.
to see them, and their voices are amazing. And I hate that I live so close to New York and didn't see them when it came out. But it is a wonderful production. I think there's some layers in there, and maybe I'm just making too much of it, but it did kind of tweaked me a little bit. So I might not see it the same way as other people. So, but definitely something everybody should see. So I think it's a thumbs up for the production and the movie of Wicked. But I may do a review of the book. So look on the in future for book review, as well as comparing it to the movie. I think the musical, the book, and the movie are different from one another in certain ways. So it'll be interesting. And plus, wasn't it a little long for you guys? 2
And the
hours
thing is,
and
they broke it
40
into
minutes?
two. They broke it into 2 parts too. I mean, they're at the end of it, they're like part 1, and I'm like, well, holy crap! I guess I'm gonna have to go see another movie. But it was a longer movie, but it's a big production. You go to a theater event, it's 3 hours. I mean, you go to a musical, it's generally 3 hours. Because you spend that kind of money, you want to get your money's worth. And I mean, they have all the material, so why wouldn't you use it? People go in there expecting to hear those songs. So,
and Michelle Yeoh was amazing too. I love her so much. So it broke my heart to kind of see what happened with her. I was like, no, I don't want to give anything away, but no. So it gave me the feels, and not always a good way. All right. Let's check out next Disney's foray into youth entertainment with Skeleton Crew. Let's take a peek.
I found something buried in the woods. I think it's a lost Jedi temple.
What do you think it is? No idea.
Don't touch anything.
Okay.
We're lost. Just bring us to that starport you mentioned. Someone there can give us directions home.
Right. Prepare for hyperspace jump. 3, 2, 1.
Okay, we got to give it to our resident Star Wars expert, David. Tell me what you thought of Skeleton Crew.
Well, it truly gave, when we saw the trailer, what we thought was Goonies in space, and that's kind of what we got. But This was fun. It was not overly, I think, smart in some respects of the 1980s suburb aspect of the home planet, this mystery hidden planet. I didn't quite resonate with me, although I'd say the architecture is better than I thought. But
Yeah.
this was a fun show. The beginning, the pirate attack, was one of the most entertaining things I've seen in Star Wars in a long time. So I think we also got lots of aliens, some great Easter eggs from the Star Wars holiday special
Uh-oh.
to Captain EO of Michael Jackson fame with Disney. We got a little bit of everything in this story to say we want our parachute pants back, and it's time to go to the 1980s.
Who was there from Captain EO?
The little red fuzzy thing with wings.
Oh, okay. What about the holiday special? It wasn't Lola Falana, was it?
No, we didn't see
Diane
her,
Carroll?
but it was the space circus when the elephant kids. That sounds so mean, like I'm being cruel to these children. The elephant kids, when they are sitting there in their home, I think Neil is upstairs. They are watching a holographic circus, and that circus down to the costumes was recreated and put in there so that they could see it. So Jon Favreau has always shown that he loves the holiday special. From Mando's rifle to the Life Day reference to this. And I think, what? If you've got something bad, embrace it. Embrace the funny parts. Maybe ignore the creepy parts of that one with Itchy and his virtual reality girlfriend. But this was fun. I did enjoy it. Highly recommend this. I mean, it's not taking itself too seriously, but I think this is one of the pieces, and maybe it's because of Favreau, that is really working for Star Wars. The original Mando, Andor with Tony Gilroy, and this initial couple of episodes, I think, is really showing there's still some heart in Star Wars left.
Okay. It's bordering on trash for me.
Okay.
I know. I just did not enjoy it. I wanted to quite a bit, but there were so many references to stuff. There was E.T. in there, and there's kind of a Stranger Things vibe, and there's all the millions of Easter eggs in it, and the story. I just didn't like seeing kids in jeopardy. I thought the father was trash. I was like, dude, take care of your kid. I mean, I could not really enjoy it. And I did watch it a couple times just to make sure, because I fell asleep on it hard. I just could not get into it. I'll try to stick in there, but so far it's a for me. Patrick, what did you think? Let me guess.
I liked it for what it was. I mean, the thing is, it was, this show feels very aimed at younger children, or at like the
Disney finally got a stranglehold on Star Wars. That's what I felt like.
Well, no, Disney's trying to, I suspect, grow their base for the Star Wars stuff. I mean, to be really honest, people that love Star Wars are people our age. I mean, we grew up with the original trilogy. It was groundbreaking, earth-shattering, just genre-destroying type of thing. And it made... I mean, we loved it. I loved anything that had Darth Vader in it. I had anything that had a Jedi in it. Sign me up. I'll watch it. I'd watch an insurance seminar led by Darth Vader. That's how bad it would have to be before I would not watch a Star Wars thing. But this is definitely aimed towards the Disney Plus age demographic, and they're trying to make sure they have a continuing product, and that's fine. And it wasn't bad. It did have a very Goonies feel to it. I enjoyed the pirate robot was spot on, delightful. He was hilarious, just aye, Captain, should have put him out the airlock, that kind of thing. I'm like, yeah, that's the humor was in there. Nobody has an adventure when they have a happy home. So I understand that you got to have this kind of dysfunctional family to go traipse around the woods with the bad girl in school and all this kind of stuff. It was fine and it was good. And the first 2 episodes had the great tease at the end of a new Jedi that I haven't seen, so I'm excited for that. I liked it. It wasn't, it's my favorite Star Wars property, no, but it's not designed. Right. It's not designed for me. It's designed for somebody else. And it was fun. It was fine, and it might even get better. I'm willing to go ahead and keep giving it a shot because it's Star Wars, and like I said, I'd watch an insurance seminar led by Darth Vader. So sign me up. I'll watch it. I'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
I'm not as full of hatred as you, Pam. I'm sorry. You are way too much in touch with the dark side.
It's not quite hatred. It's disdain at this point.
The dark side's lead.
No.
Disdain.
Disdain. Attachment. Yes.
Boo. Okay. So next up is the new holiday movie by the creators of Eastbound and Down and Vice Principals, Nutcrackers, with Ben Stiller. Let's take a peek.
I'm with Family Services. With Christmas in 3 weeks, we have very limited options.
Okay, so what does that mean?
So just look after them until I can find them a foster home.
Remember me? Your mom's big brother. I'm here now to look after you, get you guys hooked up with a family.
I farted. He farted.
Oh, come on. Where's in your cell phone reception?
Got the sticks, homie.
Oh, no, we're not gonna do fresh chicken.
I got it. We'll take it from here. That's Elizabeth.
You said her name was Elizabeth?
Delicious.
Dealing with a lot right now.
We're talking about 4 little kids who lost their parents.
Do you think I look like my dad?
Very much so. If you love somebody and they love you, that love doesn't go away. It stays with you.
Maybe this place is growing on you.
I was hoping for more comedy in this, but it was very serious. This was like really serious, and I thought it was very sad. But do you notice that there's a lot of shows and Christmas movies about death of parents at Christmas? It doesn't make for the most
almost
fun
like it's a
kind of
trope.
movies.
Yeah, almost like a trope. Well, heck, they even had it in Gremlins.
Sorry about this, and I just am tired of it. So it was. Oh, I was hoping to be funny, like Vice Principals and Eastbound and Down and The Righteous Gemstones. It's those people, but this took a kind of a dark turn on this. So I don't know. It wasn't for me. David, what'd you think?
Well, it really wasn't for me either. I'm not a big fan of Stiller, so I didn't enjoy that. It was there. I think, it's interesting though. Let me ask you this question, because I kind of felt like this. You see the trailer, and they're trying to promote the funny. But then, as you point out, there's only so much funny that you can throw around kids becoming orphans. And this single dude
don't want them. I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah, so it's kind of rough in that regard. So I think not my favorite flick by any means. I think there was some sweet moments, but by and large, one that I would pass on.
Yeah, Pat, what did you think?
Well, I personally have zero use for most Christmas movies. And, I'll watch what Pam assigns us. She picked this, by the way. I'd like to let everybody in our grouping know that our viewership. This is, and Ben Stiller.
It
funny,
should be. It's got all the elements to be great.
It felt to a certain extent like a remake of Overboard without Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell.
Yes,
Yeah.
The terrible
best
kids
pageant ever.
the terrible kids in every Hallmark movie where the successful guy comes into town. There's a little flipped around because it's usually the successful woman coming back and falling in love with the Christmas tree farmer who makes paper art, or some silly crap like that, And it had that kind of a feel. I don't know what this guy's going to do for a living after. I mean, this whole thing, it was improbable, as every Christmas movie is. 9 out of 10 is so improbable, and they all roll in tropes, and this is just as bad as any of them for that fact, But
I mean,
the kids, which were all literally real brothers, by the way.
Yeah.
Interesting.
3 of them, I think. Yeah.
I thought all 4 of them, but maybe I'm wrong. I thought all 4 of them were brothers, and so I mean that what a find. Yeah, you're going to build a show around some kids because they were good for what for what they were given. I mean, you're right. It was billed as a much funnier thing than what it was, and as far as a Christmas movie, it was pretty standard fare. It's someone discovers their true self in a Christmas movie about how they come together with family and they find a romantic partner there in the small town that they forgot about, and it's just trope, and then we borrow a little bit from a movie that was really funny back in the day, Overboard, because it had that very much that Overboard feel for me. And my wife, we both watched it, and she's like, "Oh yeah, this is Overboard," and I'm like, "Yeah, it is Overboard." So it was okay for what it was, and it was not much. So that's not a high recommendation for me either.
Yeah, I'm just so disappointed. That's the thing. It's like, it's not.
I wasn't.
Me, it's you. This is them not coming through on the promise that it could have been. That's what makes me so mad. And I love most Christmas tropes, but dead parents, orphan kids, and a uncle who doesn't want them, trying to get rid of them, send them to an orphanage and foster homes. Not the greatest. So I think it's a resounding no for Nutcrackers. And Ben Stiller, if you have a problem with it, you can come on my show and tell me off. I bet he won't, though. Well, that is our show. And I don't have my list for next week. I believe we definitely will watch Skeleton Crew, and I believe Carry On, the new Netflix Die Hard kind of movie, I think. And what did our producer say? What? And the new Netflix also movie, Trans Mitzvah. I've been waiting. This is one of the ones I've been waiting to watch. So it just looks so intriguing to me. I want to see what they do with this one as a Christmas trope. I want to see it. And we'll talk about it next week. Pat, say goodnight to the people.
I think we're watching Dune Prophecy next week also, according to the chart that I'm looking at.
Yeah.
Dune Prophecy, Trans Mitzvah, and Skeleton Crew again. So that's the 3 we're watching here on Pat Jamma TV now. I just took it over. That's me now. I'm calling the shots. I'm the captain now. I am the captain now. Anyway, thank you. Or if you want to go with the orange and the black, I'm the Jeffy now. So anywho, I'll see you guys next week. Have a great week, be safe, and all that kind of thing.
All right, David.
Hey, everybody, have a great week. Enjoy the holiday festivities, whatever you're partaking in. Hope you're having a good time, and come back here on a cold Saturday night where we'll talk more about these good stuff. I'll see you later.
And thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Take care.